Listen, I grew up in a small town too. Okay, I understand what it's like to move to a new city, especially when you're young. You want to go out and meet people and talk to girls, and it's normal. But you're not trying to accomplish something normal. So you're going to be held to a higher standard. You've got to understand that.
I do. And look, I feel like an idiot, all right? I'm not even a huge partier or anything like that. I just got sloppy.
What exactly happened?
Honestly, I forgot to set my alarm, and somehow I left my phone on silent.
Somehow?
Look, Mr. Kelly, I got sloppy. I'm owning that. But it's not gonna happen again.
Well, it can't happen again, but you already know that. What you may not understand is that mistakes do not define you. It's how you respond that defines you, and you have a chance to respond in a big way, starting with your next game.
We're playing the attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know anything about those guys?
I know everything about those guys. My job at the agency is to identify diamond-in-the-rough talent at a high school level. You are one such diamond. And Drexel Carrington, their small forward, is another.
Man, bro, we're still in high school and everybody's talking about this dude as if he's some street ball legend already.
He's from Brooklyn, so he's been hooping on playgrounds his entire life. But he's also the son of 2 investment bankers. So this kid's had every advantage imaginable. Private coaches, elite camps, you name it.
Not exactly one of us now, huh?
No, he's not. But he's not a phony either. The dude can hoop. An outstanding defender who is lights out from deep. An attack has a bunch of wings who can cut to the cup, then kick it out to him for 3.
Oh, kind of sounds like Desmond Bain.
That's a 99th percentile outcome for him, but yeah. And this is the kind of guy that you need to have a great game against if you want your comeback tour to be any kind of success.
I can do that. But somehow, I still feel like I'd messed things up.
Then let's fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Good evening, all. Glad you could join us. I'm Joe Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. WCBL action is coming up with the Union Elite facing off against the attack from SAC.
Well, both teams have players on the 2KU 250 list. Harris for Union Elite and Drexel Carrington for attack from SAC. Here's hoping they both wow us with their best tonight.
And the backdrop to all of this, the Interstate 5 battle. It's Sacramento taking on LA.
And look, I don't care what level of basketball is being played. It's always important when it's Sacramento versus LA. There's too much history, too much bitterness between the cities on the basketball court to overlook.
I mean, here in LA, the scouts are always out for club play. But this game might be getting some special attention with some of the players on hand.
And the lineup for the attack from SAC. Michael Pagan runs the point. He's joined by Edward Martinez in the backcourt. Drexel Carrington takes on the 3, and it's the brothers Ivory and Austin Lunn forming the front line. And on the floor for the Union Elite, we have Loon Diaz and Mitch Mitchell at the guard positions. Then it's Drake Bird and MP at the 3 and 4, with Brandon Harris down low at center. Now Edwards, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harris.
Oh, baby, you went hard on that one. Brandon Harris has such a nose for points. He figures out different ways to put the ball in the hoop.
And it's SAC's ball. 6-point game. Well, you talk about a player perfect for a role in the NBA someday. Drexel Carrington is the ultimate 3-and-D type of player.
And that's not to sell him short as a player at all, really. Carrington, he's just so comfortable outside in the perimeter. And defensively, he is a force.
What a smart use of the height mismatch. He goes right over the defender and lays it in.
Pass to Diaz. Bird. Down low. Edwards. Here's Harris. And the foul is called as he misses. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. That one on Lund.
Look at Harris forcing the issue inside, making himself a problem for the D.
He hits the second from the line. And it's blocked by Harris. And for so many of these kids playing, not only are they trying to
and a winding path to responsibility at times. But for the most part, these kids in the WCBL, they're focused and beyond their years in terms of maturity.
And Lund slams it in.
And Lund, he's an absolute force inside. I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter what the defense tries to do.
They set the pick to the middle. Bird with the bucket.
An absolutely great job on the screen. He removes the defender completely out of the equation.
The attack from Sac Trail. Outside Pagan. Carrington for three. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Inside, Edwards. Sack with the rebound.
Throughout this period, he's really had a hard time scoring.
And sometimes you're not feeling it, but it could be an opportunity to maybe create something for someone else.
Well, remember, guys, MP missed that game against Surf City. Apparently, that was for missing a morning practice, and the coach wasn't having it.
Look, the best thing that a young player like MP can do is use it as a chance to learn from his mistake. You can forget that these guys are still so young. And sometimes they need moments like these to understand what a coach expects of you.
Now here's Mitchell. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the paint. Here's Harris. Yes, and it's MP picking up the assist.
We often talk about bigs that you can rely on down in the paint, and Harris is always somebody in our conversation.
Outside Carrington. Martinez outside. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the wing. Harris comes down with the board. And one difference between club play and high school, the game moves a lot faster at this level.
Everyone on these teams has to make a commitment to pursuing basketball. Reactions and decisions need to be quick because these players eat, sleep, and breathe basketball. This concentrated amount of playing time is helping to increase their collective skill level at a much higher pace.
Now Carrington. Let's go with the 3. And Harris pulls down the rebound.
Things have really gone south for him here.
Yeah, he can't buy a bucket. Not easy to shake off a cold streak like this.
Hey, yo, right here.
Down it goes. His 3rd basket in as many tries. And you look at guys like Carrington, a 3-and-D specialist, such a needed commodity in the modern NBA.
And that's because so many teams spread the floor. They need a perimeter defender. Look at any NBA roster. They'll always be able to use a guy who plays tough D and can stretch the floor. Well, I mean, Carrington, he was just in attack mode there. No amount of defense was going to turn him away.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect so far from the line.
We look at a chance to talk about Carrington at the line. One of the few times he's not running, swiping, or just launching from deep. One of the top momentum prospects around, and he's always is in motion.
Both teams will make a substitution. Timeout called by Sac. They'll talk things over. Here's Olsen, and the go-ahead bucket is no good. And Union Elite has possession. Here's Edwards, and the shot goes in. And with MP coming from a more rural town and Carrington coming from Brooklyn, they have almost completely opposite backgrounds, guys.
Goes to show that great talent and great players can come from anywhere. What Carrington and MP both have in common is a willingness to compete and a love for the game of basketball.
Sack with another miss.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. Might be time to take a step in.
Smart play from Bird, simply finding the open man.
Just looking to get anything going offensively.
Honestly, it feels like there's a lid on the hoop right now.
And it's Carrington missing the look.
Important not to let your ego run the offense. You could see he really wanted to answer that made three with one of his own.
Back to Edwards. MP throws it down.
And they get a little more breathing room on the scorecard with that make.
And if they can string together a few more possessions like that, this lead could really open up.
Now here's Martinez. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in this game from him. Here's Olsen, covered by Robert. 5 to shoot. Here's Martinez. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. From deep, it's MP. It's in and good for a 6 field goal in 10 attempts.
Plain and simple, they're shooting the ball much better than the opposition right now.
Yeah, their offense just looks smoother, getting whatever shot that they want out there.
Carrington outside. Rebound by Union Elite.
And you can sense their frustration all the way from the booth. They feel the game slipping away.
Understandably so. They're on the wrong side of an impressive run. Simply feeling it tonight. Most everything falling in.
And it's Sacks ball. Trailing by 13. Carrington for 3. And Harris pulls down the rebound.
A lot of bricks put up off his shots, and one reason is that he keeps trying to force it when he's guarded. Move the ball around.
Their offense has been all about the long-range game.
Oh, obviously. You love the points, and you love how they stretch the defenders.
On the wing, it's Martinez. Bird defending. 6 to shoot. Pass to Olsen. Shot from the wing. And Harris pulls down the rebound.
He found himself in space and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Bird. Edwards outside. Shoots it over Lund. Second shot chance. And it's laid in by Harris. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair so far. It's Union Elite. They lead by 18. Don't move a muscle. We'll be back right after this. And now we're back, bringing you the second half of this WCBL action between the Attack from Sac and the Union Elite. And it's Sac's ball. It's an 18-point game. And in the back of the mind, for many of these prospects, they're aware that this is a tryout of sorts for the WCBL All-Star team.
Well, to land a spot on that stacked roster, I mean, that's an incredible opportunity and a great way to get exposure to top programs. But again, it's not all about the stats. It's about outperforming the other star prospects and doing things that set you apart from the crowd. He wasn't going to wait around for help on that break.
That was a solo performance all the way.
Pass to Carrington. Back to Pagan. Here's Lund. Over Harris. Lund misses. Stolen by Pagan. And here comes the break. Now Lund. He's covered by Edwards. Carrington for three. They grab their own miss. Back to Lund. Carrington. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Lund slams it in.
Hey, look, it's inexcusable to not box out Lund. You deserve to get burned when you allow him free reign of the offensive boards.
Now here's Diaz. He's guarded closely. Edwards inside. He's covered by Carrington. And it's Edwards missing. Now here's Martinez. Guarded by Mitchell. Carrington for three. Doesn't go for him.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
For a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Edwards with it. Carrington's look out!
Oh, my Goodness.
That defender's career just ended.
And you watch Brandon Harris, you can see why scouts love them. Just absolutely gifted as a finisher.
And it's not just at the rim. Even though Harris is automatic down beneath the basket, he can attack a defense from multiple spots on the floor. Harris has everything you want from a scoring big man.
The kick out to Bird. Edwards, guarded by Carrington. The pick from Harris to the inside, and it's finished off by Harris.
Yes, sir. Get up, Brandon Harris.
A difficult situation for Sack. Right wing. Lunge. Brandon Harris with some nice D. And so Union Elite has it here. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen so far.
Their shooting percentage just keeps improving here in the second half.
Well, they've done a great job sharing the ball. Good teamwork typically does result in high percentage shots. With authority, Lund just hammering down the slam.
And time called here, Union Elite. So it's both teams making a change here. And Union Elite with possession. Well, guys, we talked a lot about both of them coming into this match, but MP is having a much bigger impact so far in this one than Carrington.
He is. He's been the more aggressive player so far. MP isn't waiting for chances to come to him. He's making things happen whenever he's involved in a play, and I like what I'm seeing from this kid.
And here's Pagan. Pass to Martinez. Five on the clock. Can't cash in from the high post.
That's a good shot from him. The offense should be happy with the chance they created.
Here's Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He's the leading scorer in the game and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt.
Now Pagan. Pass to Cunningham. Lund. Offensive board. Lund misses. Edwards outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're creating some separation on the scorecard now.
A nice cushion, and they're not even taking their foot off the gas.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Lund. Fades away. Lund, that's good.
They just knew where each other were, and that comes from practicing together.
And so Union Elite has it here. Edwards, guarded by Lund. The drive by MP. No good off the spin. Down low. Cunningham. Rebound by Union Elite. To the paint. Here's Edwards. Nice pass led him right to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Nice little feed inside to get a good look at the rim.
You got him.
Martinez outside. Pass to Lund. Inside. The basket is good.
Lund is attacking with confidence inside, making full use of his frame.
And Union Elite has possession. And that one's good.
Silky smooth, can't do it much better.
Here's Pagan. Outside, Lund. Pass to Martinez. Clock at 6. Shoots over Mitchell. Martinez can't get it to go. And here's the fast break. Edwards' shot is good.
And at his height, Robert sees the floor so well. Terrific work feeding the open teammate.
Pagan with it. Pass to Lund. Pagan. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Good work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
And that's why they're called hustle points.
Totally. I mean, great instincts. He anticipated where the miss was going.
Mitchell on the wing. Over Martinez. And there's another one for the Union Elite.
Mitchell under control nicely for the basket.
Outside Pagan. Outside Lund. Martinez outside. Pass to Cunningham. This one for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Hey, helping hands from Edward Martinez. Sees a play, makes it a reality.
Now Edwards. The kick out to Bird. Diaz. Mitchell on the wing. To the middle. Here's Edwards. And the dunk by MP.
Good decision-making right there by Mitchell, showing how unselfish he can be with passes like this.
And here's Pagan. Pass to Lund. Back to Pagan. Now here's Martinez. Shoots over Mitchell. Lund makes it off the glass.
Making the save. Lund was right place, right time where his squad needed him to be to win the second chance look.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Pass to Diaz. And another shot. And it's in there.
And although he is a guard, Diaz, he's not bashful. He's trying his luck inside, and with these results, you see why he goes in there.
Outside Pagan. Here's Martinez. But he stays with it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still come up empty. Here's Edwards. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And this little run pretty much puts the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, these last few scores have helped shut the door. Great job to close out the game.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Holy smokes, easy on the rim. Austin Lund bringing down the house.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
They've got to be happy with this outcome.
Pass to Robert. Screen by MP. Three-pointer Bird. Lund with the rebound. Now Pagan. So no problem for Union Elite as they get the win.
Well, I thought the most interesting part of the game was watching MP show what he's capable of. He's got that moxie, and just the way he carries himself, he gives off superstar vibes.
And he makes winning plays. Of course, on the other end, you have attack from Sac falling short.
Yeah, and Drexel Carrington showed off his 3-and-D skills once again. But that alone wasn't good enough to get them the win. Still, he's got something that will garner interest going forward.
And that'll do it for this one. For Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo, this is Joe Lamy saying thanks for being with us.
And we'll catch you off in a second, all right?
MP.
Hey.
Great game, man. Hey, that's exactly what you need to do to get the scouts' attention.
Man, I didn't know you was gonna be here.
Are you kidding me? You're my client now. I show up for my clients. Plus, Dion said that if I didn't look out for you, he'd ban me from the gym, and I can't have that.
Really? That's why I love that guy.
Yeah, he's the greatest. Hey, listen, I got some news for you. I talked to my guy who knows things, and it's looking like you are a lock for the All-Star game.
Quit playing.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be lit.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
It's great. Hey,
Yes.
but listen, every game is a chance to raise or lower your stock.
Right.
So do not take your foot off the gas.
Never that, Mr. Kelly.
That's right. All right, man. I'll see you later, MP. Keep grinding.
Hey, thank you.
Yes.
There he goes. Give us something good tonight.
The setting is Washington, D.C. and Capital One Arena. The 76ers taking on the Wizards. For the 76ers, a 1-2 record to begin the season. They want to get back to 500. Wizards, Sixers, it's next. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Nets, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Wizards are, they have been impressive in these first few weeks of play. Making moves to advance themselves up the ranks. A lot of hard work and effort went into making this happen.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Quentin Grimes out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's George, then it's Trendon Watford, and it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Wizards, Sarr out there with Edwards. Then there's C.J. McCollum, then it's Kispert, and it's Johnson in at the 2-guard position. Well, Grant, we're still early on in this new season. I imagine it can be difficult to get back into the flow of things.
You know, B.A., you're spot on. It definitely takes some time to get used to the grind of the season again. You know, between the traveling, the hotel rooms, changing time zones. But you find your flow again eventually.
Now here's Maxey. Three-pointer. Oh, nice shot by Grimes.
And coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Here's Edwards. That's good, and it's McCollum with the assist.
That's just a great possession. MP scoring in the paint.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Sarr against Embiid. Four on the clock. Releases. Washington with a rebound. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Pass to George. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. It's tipped.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
And there's McCollum on the assist from Kispert.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
And the last few seasons, Legs, C.J. McCollum playing mainly point guard, but for his career, mostly at the 2.
Yeah, listen, he can play either, certainly can be a lead guard when he needs to be, but shooting and scoring off the dribble is really his bread and butter, and he can get to it from any angle, any platform, in any situation.
Great player regardless.
Absolutely.
Pass to George. From downtown, sinks the tray.
Well, that's a big part of Paul George's game. If he gets space from the three-point line, he is going to cook you.
Down low. Here's MP. Out to McCollum. Washington moving the ball around. Left side, Edwards. Kispert. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Watford outside. For three, Maxey. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Well, that's beautiful right there by Maxey. You can play him off the ball or on the ball. Tyrese will find a way to beat you.
Now here's McCollum. To the middle. MP. That one's good. MP's got his second basket.
High-value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
A bit ago, Brian Keefe and I were able to chat. I wondered what Coach has in store for PG tonight. Hopefully a low-scoring game, Coach joked, going on to say, we'll throw some aggressive defenses his way, but we also have to play him well when he's off the ball. It's a tricky assignment, so Coach is aware this is going to be a challenge for his team. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Shot's good by McCollum.
Wow, I just love how McCollum responded with that three of his own, showing you what a competitive player he is.
Now here's Grimes. Pass to Drummond. Back to Grimes. 6 to shoot. Here's Maxey. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3. Maxey's got 6.
Right back at you. Tyrese Maxey showing you his competitiveness.
Shot's good by McCollum.
That is a solid start for him. 3 for 4.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Well, that's why they're called free throws. And it seemed like with each miss, their confidence took a hit. It's just too hard to overcome that.
Now here's Edwards. A 38-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout. Out here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So for Washington, George comes in for MP, and it's Koulibaly in for Johnson. Philadelphia also making some changes. Oubre, he's checked in for Watford. Edgecombe comes in for Grimes, and Jared McCain subbed in for Maxey. Goes up off the inbound, and McCain with a lay-in. Good.
Well, that is nice poise by McCain that time. There was a lot of size in that paint, but it did not deter him.
Pass to Sarr. Kispert outside. Back to Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Now here's George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And with great length and explosiveness, Drummond's ability to clean up the glass is second to none.
Pass to Sarr. Here's the three. He drops it from range. Sarr's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
And here's George. And the bucket is good. George has got 5 points.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Philadelphia on top. They lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the 76ers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
They've got Whitmore, Carlton Carrington out there with Bilal Koulibaly. Then it's Marvin Bagley, and it's George in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. A nice shot by McCain.
Yeah, Jared McCain can really shoot it. I like how assertive he has become from deep.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor. Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Edgecombe. Washington with a rebound. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And in a series of the have-nots last year, they came out on the losing end, really looking for some improvement here.
Outside McCain. George for 3. And the 76ers another 3.
And that's why Paul George is such a talented scorer. He can even do it off the catch.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Washington making some changes. Edwards, he's checked in for Whitmore. Johnson comes in for Koulibaly. And it's McCollum in for Carrington. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Grimes, he's checked in for McCain. The Wizards trail by 3. George outside. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That's for certain. Shams, thank you for the report. Here's George. After the basket by Washington. Outside Grimes. Drummond with the screen. Grimes' shot is off. And so MP will bring it up for Washington. They trail by 1. To the inside. The kick out to Johnson. Inside. Here's MP. Nice job by MP converting in tight.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
George outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Johnson passes to McCollum. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
76ers trail by 3. And the Wizards last season with the worst. First record in the Eastern Conference. Grant second in losses only to Utah.
Yeah, B.A., the course is clear. Development and youth. The losses can be tough to stomach, but they do have some intriguing up-and-coming players.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Guys, back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So for the Wizards, Sarr's checked in for Bagley, and Kispert is subbed in for George. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Paul George. And it's the Sixers with the ball. 6-point game. Embiid, a screen on McCollum. Can they get it? And Maxey with a nice bucket inside. Maxey's got 8 points.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
McCollum outside. Pass to Edwards. 4 on the clock. The Wizards need to get off the shot here. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. '76ers trail by 4. Maxey finds Oubre. Embiid against Sarr. And here's Embiid. Just blocked.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Oubre with a steal. Outside Grimes. Here's Maxey. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
You know, Maxey's showing you a tremendous amount of fight to get that one to go.
Here's MP. The slam by MP.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better. That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Washington has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. MP no good. Philadelphia has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. That ties the game. Maxey's got 12.
Well, that is some impressive body control right there on display by Maxey.
Edwards looking it over. To the paint. Out to McCollum. Washington moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Sarr with a screen on Oubre. Edwards, the pass to Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Wow, MP really learning how to run that pick and roll. That was nice.
.20 seconds left in the second. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Maxey against McCollum. Pass to Oubre. The 3 is up. The putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Tie game in Washington. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
A look here now at the 76ers. They've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them and not much room for error.
And, guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half. Neither side able to build a significant lead through 2.
My bed is the best you can buy. But it ain't as tough as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
I think Shaq needs a nap. Somebody's tired of watching bad D. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
And Tim, after a rough season, the Sixers with some lottery luck last May.
Yeah, there was a good chance their draft pick would convey to OKC if it didn't stay in the bottom 6. Instead, they moved up to 3rd, and they were able to draft VJ Edgecombe, who could be a difference maker.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Maxey. Trendon Watford is out there with Paul George. Then there's Quentin Grimes, and it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. Here's Watford following the three-pointer by Washington. And it's Maxey missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
McCollum, the pass to MP, to the middle. Sarr. Oh, he goes big with the dunk, right over Joel Embiid.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Outside Grimes. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside Maxey, the 3 won't go, and that makes him 5 for 8. Washington's gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. He was all alone on that one. Now it's a 5-point lead.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Pass to George. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync. Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. 5th best, Philadelphia.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Watford the pass to Embiid. Outside Grimes. Embiid a screen on McCollum. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And here's what the Washington Wizards schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll go up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast table.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
And it's the Sixers with the ball. After the basket by Washington. Philadelphia moving it around. Outside Maxey to stop the drought. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 rebounds in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Shots good by Sarr.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Outside Grimes. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. And the basket is good.
Well, if you're talking about one of the best in the mid-range area of the floor, Embiid has to be in that discussion for centers.
Tim, we've seen the offensive game of Quentin Grimes go through the roof.
Yeah, B.A., he is playing with major confidence right now. In high school and college, he was a lead guard, and that comfortability with the ball is evident.
Maxey, that's good.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The Wizards making a switch here. Carrington's checked in. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Washington leading by 11. Outside Johnson. Pass to MP. The 3-ball. MP buries the triple.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Watford outside. Now here's Embiid. George outside. There's the triple. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And you see Paul George right there, not backing down at all, coming right back with a 3 of his own.
A minute 31 left in the third. Here's Sarr, and finished off by Sarr.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Here's Maxey. The Wizards making their last shot. George scanning the floor. Over Kispert. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They've led by as many as 14. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards got 26 points.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Watford outside. George for 3. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Johnson. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the long J. Johnson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Outside Maxey. From behind the arc. Look it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
Kispert outside. Sarr a screen. And here's MP from outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And stolen by Edwards. MP getting it done for the Wizards. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. More 2K action in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. C.J. McCollum is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Marvin Bagley. Then there's George. And it's Whitmore in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Now here's McCain. Pass to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19. Ooh, good D by Bagley.
That's a decent look. He just couldn't convert.
And here's McCollum. George for 3. It's rebounded by Edgecombe.
Well, I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. And here's Oubre from the arc. No luck on that one. Wizards leading by 13. Pass to Whitmore. Washington moving the ball around. Here's Bagley. Kicks it to George. From the arc. Fires in the triple.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Now here's McCain. Here's Embiid. He's covered by Bagley. The three from Edgecombe. Connects from downtown. Edgecombe's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Sarr's checked in for Whitmore. The 76ers also with a sub. Watford's checked in for McCain. Oubre against George. Pass to Bagley. From deep, Sarr. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Oubre, a screen on Sarr. Watford the pass to Oubre. Here's Embiid. Embiid muscles through the contact.
And sometimes Joel Embiid is just that good. He can be unstoppable.
Pass to Sarr. Back to McCollum. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Edgecombe. Watford outside. Now Grimes. Down low. Watford outside. Lets it go from deep. And it's Bagley with the rebound. And so George will bring it up for Washington. Here's McCollum. George outside. Puts up the tray. Goes again. He gets the layup.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Washington making some changes. MP's checked in for Bagley. Kispert comes in for George. And it's Johnson in for Coulibaly. Here's Embiid. After seeing a franchise player like Luka Doncic traded, you think there's anyone who is truly untouchable now, Tim?
Well, I tell you what, that trade, BA, made me realize nobody in this league is immovable. You just don't know what the future holds, and I think fewer guys will stay with one team their entire careers.
That was a shocker for sure.
They continue to feed the hot hand, and this kid is putting in work.
Outside Grimes. George fires. Oh, missed on the tray. Washington leading by 15. Kispert outside. From downtown. Oh, the shot misses.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Embiid. Embiid, too easy.
From point-blank range, you won't see Embiid miss many.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. At one point, they led by 16.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Wizards.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
Really impressive what he did tonight. Total control of the offense, dropping dimes. They're going to look for him to lead the way again tonight.
Johnson with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
MP, a screen on Maxey. McCollum with it. Watford covering. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around. Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Edwards. Embiid with a steal. Here's Maxey. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with MP, the star tonight who broke the 30-point mark in the win. How did you balance knowing when to get your teammates going versus when it's time to look for your own shot?
It's not rocket science, JQ. If the ball goes in, you keep shooting. If it doesn't, you stop shooting.
Simple as that?
Yeah, simple as that.
Okay, MP, keep it simple.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Brian, over to you.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. And that'll do it, folks. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. We'll see you later.
I got an air fryer. Crisp them right up.
That's a good idea. Not since Pedro.
Special. So I'm saying once in a generation. You do know that Pedro, at the time of his retirement, was 10th all-time in made three-point
Hey, Devontae, what's good, bro?
What's up, MP?
Man, you know, it's crazy. I almost came this close to playing with the High Flyers.
Yeah, I heard. You messed up. You know how many easy buckets I could have given you?
Wow.
And I still can't figure out why a guy like you would want to run with a bunch of stuffy dudes like that.
Hey, yo, chill, bro. I'm glad things are going great for y'all, but things are going great for us, too. It was nothing personal, you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. I'm just saying that you made a mistake. I'm gonna show you out there in a minute, though. Make it real easy for you to understand.
No cap? That's how you feel, bro?
That's how I feel.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to our 2K presentation of the WCBL. I'm Joe Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. And tonight, it's the High Flyers going up against the Union Elite.
Well, MP brings the excitement for the Union Elite, and they have an efficient scorer in Harris as well. And High Flyers are led by the vivacious Devontae Mills.
And both of these teams have done plenty well so far in club play this year.
Yeah, and that's a testament to these guys. The rosters aren't overly loaded for either team, but the Stars have done a great job of leading the way for their respective sides. I expect both of them to be putting it all out on the floor tonight.
Well, the drama setting the scene for tonight's game. It's MP going up against the team he didn't pick when he joined the club circuit.
Shots good by Edwards.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, relaxes the team a little bit when you're not having to play catch-up from the start.
And in there for the High Flyers, Devontae Mills and Jason Brock are the guards. Nathan O'Neill and Ben Gov are out on the wings, and it's Liam Callahan holding down the middle. And on the floor for the Union Elite, we have Loon Diaz and Mitch Mitchell at the guard positions. Then it's Drake Bird and MP at the 3 and 4, with Brandon Harris down low at center. Coach Weber and Coach Troy both thought MP was destined for their rosters.
Well, look, he couldn't play for both of them, so at the end of the day, he had to make a business decision. No animosity, but I'm sure this team would like to prove to MP that he made the wrong choice.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. Well, a big name to look out for the High Flyers is Devontae Mills. Not only a great player, but he's magnetic as a personality.
If Mills doesn't make it to the NBA, I'm sure he'll be on TV one way or another. He's got that level of personality. But he's a great lead guard that serves as the engine for his High Flyers team.
Just 2 to shoot. Gov, no good. Union Elite with the ball. Edwards, right side. A nice shot by Rob.
Using his size around the rim, Drew Robert doing work in the paint.
Pass to Callahan. Inside. Yes, that one's good. Mills picking up the assist.
We talk about working for good shots. That is a great example.
To the middle. Edwards' shot is good.
Slick pass. Then up for the easy shot.
And as we've mentioned earlier, a bit of a vendetta of sorts against MP in this one, albeit it's in good spirits. But in games like this, tensions can run high, especially early on.
And hopefully no one's trying to make a point and let it get out of hand here. Emotions might be elevated, but prove your point on the court with your play.
And it's Brock missing. Union Elite leading this one. Edwards outside. Now Harris. And it's finished off by Harris.
Yes, sir. Get up, Brandon Harris.
Here's Brock. Pass to Gov. Mills outside. Lets the three fly. And it's the Union Elite with the rebound. On the wing, it's MP. Now guarded by Mills. And here's Diaz from the arc. Gov with the rebound. And over the course of this WCBL season, we've seen some great growth from MP.
Indeed, there's been a level of maturity that's come along with his game, not only with his footwork and his basketball IQ, but with how he really carries himself.
Now Edwards. He's got 6. Harris with the bucket.
There are screens, and then there are Brandon Harris screens. He's got more mass than most. He wipes out defenders and allows a lot of room to be created out of nowhere for a score.
Here's Brock. 8-point game. Clock at 6. Gove up top. Tries to snap the cold streak. Fires in the triple.
Strong mechanics on Gov's jumper, the result of many years of high-level practice.
On the wing, it's MP. From the arc, hits the trifecta.
And comes right back with a 3 of his own.
Looking to match the 3 they just made. I love it.
Now here's Brock. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Pass to Mills. Now here's Brock, guarded by Mitchell. Here's Brock with plenty of space, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. And as always, this is a game that will feature a crowd full of scouts.
Well, to no one's surprise, MP has certainly turned some heads with his play this season. But I imagine they're also here to check out Mills and Harris.
Now here's Mills. Brock outside. Outside O'Neal. Mills with the look. A rebound from Edwards. Pass to Diaz. The 3 from Harris. Hauled in by High Flyers. Here's O'Neal. Again, the High Flyers. And here is Edwards. He's got 9. Beyond the arc. The shot. No good. And even though a lot of these players are competing against each other, odds are at some point they'll be teammates down the line.
Yeah, that's true, and it could be in the NBA or any number of leagues overseas. The fact is, not everyone's going to make it, but those who do will know each other from their experience here. Good decision-making right there by Mitchell, showing how unselfish he can be with passes like this.
Brock with it. Gove. He's covered by Edwards. Gove, no good. Edwards outside. To the left side. And here's Diaz from the arc. It's rebounded by Mills. The High Flyers trailing. Pass to Gove. The tray. Great D that time from MP.
Well, it wasn't a block officially, but it might as well have been. He really affected that shot.
Yeah, it was clearly his defense that threw off the shot there.
Shooting it so efficiently right now. He's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half.
And as we've watched all of these players over the course of the season, you can see what they've really added to their individual games.
Well, the focus for each of these teams, Joe, is to try and get the most out of each one of these players. They've all improved for sure, and some more than others, but I'm extremely impressed with the strides that MP has made.
Brock with it, guarded now by Diaz, and it's Edwards with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Casey. Pass to Brown. Fires the three. They get the board. Count it.
And a heads-up play there to read the bounce. Capitalize on that second opportunity.
Bird outside. Trying his luck from deep. The high flyers grab the miss. And you look at both of these teams, some great depth out there.
And with the amount of games that can be played in such a short period, depth is key for these teams. No surprise to see these rosters have the success they've had.
Outside Pagan. There's the three. Hauled in by Casey. Now the high flyers with it. Trailing by 5. Fires. Here's the second effort. And the layup is up and in.
Not nearly enough energy on the boards there to prevent the putback.
At the defensive end, they've got to be way more aggressive than that on the glass.
Pagan, bring the ball up the floor. Here's Kolish. The shot's good. Pagan making the play.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know that he's as good as a layup from that distance?
Here's Casey. No good on the shot. There's a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a screen. From deep, it's Pagan. Gunn brings it down. Pass to Brown. Off target from 3-point range. And so that's the end of the first half. It's Union Elite leading by 6. And we'll return right after this break. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the second half of this WCBL matchup featuring MP and the Union Elite going up